Do the same exact thing. Do the same 3 to 4 things every single day for just 3 years and see how your life evolves. See how your life actually changes, because this is the biggest thing when it comes to achieving goals and actually achieving success in your life, tangible, actual success, and that is just consistency. And consistency is always mundane. This is why only a very small percentage of the populace actually achieves to go on and actually attains magnificent things in life, whether it be financial, whether it be physical, sport endeavors, artistic endeavors. It doesn't matter what area or avenue that you're going down and pursuing. If you focus on the same 3 to 4 things every single day, no matter how you're feeling, despite the motivation or the lack of motivation, despite how your discipline levels are, despite your current situation, predicament, and circumstances, if you do the same 3 to 4 things on a consistent basis daily for the next 3 years, I promise you, not only will you achieve your goals, but you will achieve beyond your goals beyond your imagination. What you didn't think was possible, you will achieve. So if you set a goal, you will achieve beyond that. You will exceed past your goal, because what a lot of us humans love to do is we love to overestimate what we can do in the short term, but we always underestimate what we can do in the long term. So you might set a goal that I want to accomplish X, Y, Z in the next 6 months. It might be, I want to be making £3,000 a month this time in 6 months. I want to have 13% body fat percentage this time in 6 months. And I want to complete 2 to 3 modules on my exam that I'm revising for. For example, there's 3 goals that you may potentially have. I've hypothetically made that up. Now, you may set that to accomplish in 6 months. Now, that's short term. The likelihood is it's very difficult to attain. I'm not saying you won't attain it, but it's very difficult to attain. You are overestimating what you can achieve in the short term. You're not giving yourself enough time and space. But you will always underestimate what you can accomplish in 3 to 5 years, because when you plan for that long, things get a bit dicey. No one can plan past a year. You can have a 5 to 10 year plan. People talk about this all the time. Fantastic. You have your reason why. You have a rough idea of where you want to be in 5 to 10 years. I concur. Great. Have a rough idea of where you want to be, but don't have a step by step of this is where I'm going to be in 5 years. Because look, pre-pandemic, no one knew that we were going to be locked down. So that's the first thing. You can't plan for 5, 10 years. Detailed, meticulously, pedantically, specific, bit to bit. You can't do it. It's just not going to happen. We're not psyche. We're not time readers here. So, but what you can do and what's in your control is, in fact, the non-negotiables. It's doing the same 3 to 4 things every single day for 3 to 5 years, and watch how your life evolves and changes. Watch how the results start coming in. For example, 3 to 4 years ago, my vocabulary, especially in the English language, was very mediocre. It was okay, but it wasn't anything grandeur. It wasn't anything spectacular. Over that time, I made a commitment to myself that every single day I was going to read 20 to 30 pages a day of a single book. It didn't matter what genre. It didn't matter if it's non-fiction or fiction. It was self-improvement books on, the classic ones, the Think and Grow Rich, the How to Influence and Influence People. These are books that you would have heard of 1,000 times. And I don't even recommend that you read that, because to gain an advantage these days, you have to read something a lot more niche. I read self-improvement books. I read historical books, books about geography, different countries and regions in different parts of the world and how they evolved and how the structures are, etc., etc. So geography, history, self-improvement, some of them were fictional, etc., etc. But the whole point of that was that every single day I made a commitment of reading 20 to 30 pages. And now fast forward 3 to 4 years to the current predicament that I'm in, my vocabulary is a lot more wide, it's expansive, it's more extensive. I've got a plethora of words to choose from when using videos, when I'm articulating myself to people, when I sell, that's my job, I sell, account management. So when I speak to people on a daily basis, and when I obviously film for videos for you guys, I come across a lot more eloquent. But why? Because I put the work in 3 to 4 years ago. But what did I do? I didn't say I'm going to read 1,000 books in a year. That's not what I did. What I did was small amounts on a consistent basis. I did the same thing every single day for 3 to 4 years. It's the same thing with going to the gym. So here is what I want you guys to do to actually make this actionable and allow you guys to actually implement this in your daily routine. Now, for the next 3 to 4 years, I want you to do the same thing the same 3 to 4 things every single day. And this is something that's personal to you. I can't tell you what you need to do because your goals are going to be different to mine and what you want to accomplish is different to you. But let's create another hypothetical scenario. So the first one is, I presume you want to get in shape. I think that is, for young men especially, that is imperative. It's one of the most important things that you should be aiming for. Health is wealth, and obviously it's translatable into other aspects. It enables you to work harder, more energy, whatever. You know the benefits. Every single day, make a commitment to at least go to the gym. If you don't go to the gym, at least do some cardio or some exercise of some sort. Whether you go swimming, whether you go for an hour's walk in nature, whether you go for a 5 kilometer run, whether you play tennis, football, every single day you must do some exercise of some sort, whether it's half an hour, whether it's 20 minutes, whether it's an hour. The point isn't the actual intensity on a day-to-day. What it is, it's supposed to compound over time. This is the whole point. It's a compound effect. When you do it on a daily basis, you won't notice a difference after 3 days. You won't notice a difference after 3 months. This is something that's in the long term. It's so easy to quit, but it's doing the same thing. So make that commitment. My non-negotiable every single day is, I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to do cardio of some sort, even if it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day. That's the first step. So you're covering your physique. The second, you might be at university, you might be at college, you might be studying for a course. Okay, I want to do 2 hours of revision, but within that 2 hours of revision, I want to do 1 hour of, I don't know, revision in terms of taking down notes, rereading my notes, ensuring that I'm comprehending the information that I'm actually studying, and then the other hour actually implement it and do practice questions or exam mock papers. I don't know, break it down, but you will be able to break that down for yourself. This is more generic, but again, we are delving into more of the specifics here. So even if you spend 1 hour of revision every single day for the next 3 years, your knowledge, your actual knowledge of that specific niche, of that specific subject is going to be so comprehensive. It's going to be so far advanced compared to what it is now, and compared to doing, I'm going to do 5 hours, 6 hours, 7, 8 hours of revision every single day for the next 3 weeks, and then you go on a 6-month break. Again, you're going to forget that information, and it's not going to be as effective as a guy who did small amounts but on a consistent basis. That guy that studies, that guy that works on his business for just an hour to 2 hours a day, and then he builds up his tolerance over time. That guy that starts off by doing half an hour of cardio to exercise every single day. That guy who records and uploads every single day for a long period of time. It's sustainability. And that's the key thing here. It's about sustainability. So you don't want to start off too strong, but at the same time, it's actually understanding the compound effects. Doing the same 3 to 4 things every single day for 3 years, you are basically guaranteed success. And I'm not just saying basically, you are guaranteed success. And I mean that because I'm living proof of that, of what I've accomplished in my life. I've given you an example already, but I promise you that if you stick to one thing, you will accomplish what you want, and you will exceed expectation. You will exceed what goal that you put out there. There's a fantastic book that I read that I would actually personally recommend to you guys. It's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It's relatively popular, but it's not as popular as the other ones. It really delves into the compound effect and why it's so paramount that you follow it, that you don't break a day, that you don't break a few weeks, because it's so easy to deviate from the plan and the routine. And it's very easy to say now, 20 minutes of reading a day is nothing, I'll easily do that. It's a lot harder than you think, but you have to start off easy. And I promise you, if you remain diligent, if you work very hard, you remain dedicated and committed to the course. And as I alluded to my video yesterday about your reason why being so severe, so strong, you will exceed expectation. You will accomplish any goal that you want. But it's about doing the same thing every single day for the next 3 years, the same 3 to 4 things. The reason why I haven't said 6 or 7 is because in the beginning that can be overwhelming, and that's extremely counterproductive. My point here isn't to be counterproductive. We've all got to start somewhere. It's to give you that correct advice that you can embark on your journey knowing what you need to do. So it's doing the same 3 to 4 things every single day for the next 3 years, and you will accomplish any goal that you want and much more. And I'm just going to end on this quote, which is living proof. And it was what a wise man once said, and it is, don't be fearful of the man that does 1,000 punches in one day, but be fearful of the man that does one punch every single day for 1,000 days. Be fearful of that man. Smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.